Now we live, bro. We're live now. Yes, we're definitely live. It's showing that we are live. Yes, we're live. 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 Yes, we're live. We're live. We're live. Let me live viewers comment show up on the StreamYard. Example, click on this comment. Okay. Like that, yeah. So assalamu alaikum. This is my first live in a long time. Continually camera notification. What's this? So how you doing, brother? AQ in the house.
Salam alaikum. How's it going?
Walaikum assalam, my G. What's happening, my brother? Long time, long time. How you
Alhamdulillah,
doing?
alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, I'm good, I'm good. How are you?
Oh, alhamdulillah, brother. Hold on 1 second. Disconnect from my phone. Oh, this is gonna connect to my MacBook. I'm alright, bro. Getting old, isn't it, bro? Let me have some apple cider vinegar. Hold on. Shifa, innit? Getting
Alhamdulillah.
old, my brother. Getting old. Getting old, my G.
I heard some
Oh,
news today.
yeah, yeah. What do you call it? Just before we left, we was talking about it. Go on. You might as well ask me because as we're live.
Yeah, I heard some news today, so just wanted to confirm it with you. I'll go on mute when you're explaining it. To do with brother Imtiaz, I got told today that he passed away.
Yeah.
So
Yallah. Today, brother, we're doing this live today, yeah?
yeah.
Tomorrow, it could be us joining him. Do you understand, bro? And what happened was I went, I found Imtiaz's phone and I asked him, I messaged him. I said to him, bro, I'm going to start on YouTube again and do you want to go live and whatnot? Do you want to join me and whatnot? And I messaged him, then went to bed, woke up in the morning, and I got a message. I'll read it out to you 1 second. I don't unless if I've deleted it, man, because I don't like to keep dead people's number, man. Like, yeah, look, this is it. This is it, bro. I'll read it to you. Walaikum assalam. Here we go. On 12th of October, hold on 1 second. Salam, brother Said. Hope you're well. Inshallah. I thought I messaged you because I was thinking about you. Inshallah, brother, you're okay. May Allah give you sabr. So 27th of October, brother Said, I went to prison. Cried losing my parents. Yeah. So 27th of October, Imtiaz messaged me. And he said to me, Salam, brother Said. Hope you're well. Inshallah, just thought I'd message you because I was thinking about you. May Allah reward him and may Allah forgive him. Inshallah, brother, you're okay. May Allah give you sabr. And you know what, bro? Um, See, a message like that can go a long way. And I wasn't okay. I wasn't okay. I went off the rails. I went off the rails. I'm not going to disclose it. I don't want to disclose it. It's between me and Allah. And I lost the plot a bit. And the messages like that help. And one thing, let me tell you something, brother. I've been Speaker's Corner. I've been to. I've what can I say? I'm gonna speak in covertly, and those who can read in between the lines, they can read in between the lines. Now, hardly anyone, some of the people that knew via WhatsApp, I told them that my father passed away. Hardly kept in touch, or nothing like that. So Brother Imtiaz kind of did, and as you can see, his message. When was this? October 2022. He sent me. Said, "Hope it feels." He goes, "Side brother, I feel your pain. I went through this. Both my parents. Feels like someone ripped your heart apart.
If you don't mind me
Someone,
asking, yeah,
huh?
if you don't mind me asking,
Yeah.
um, when did he pass away?
Okay, I'll tell you. So, bro, Allah can only take this pain away. 9:58 p.m., 22nd of October 2022. So this was literally like a few months after my dad passed away. So on October the 11th, Salam, bro, how are you? He goes, what? I sent him a message, yeah? On October 2023, I messaged him at 7:40 a.m. Salam, brother, how are you? Sorry, 11:53 a.m. Salam, brother, how are you? I get a message back of Imtiaz saying, Wa alaikum salam. My dad has passed away last month on the 12th of September. He is no longer with us in the world. So that is 2023. So when I saw that message, 8:31 a.m., I was driving and I thought, what the hell is he on about? Like, uh, doesn't make sense what is to me what he's saying. Hold on a second. So it doesn't make sense what the brother was, the message that I got. And so anyway, so then I said, what? He goes, hold on. I messaged him, hold on, I thought, bro, both your parents died.
Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Oh, brother. I know how it feels. I know how it feels, bro. 16th of October is my dad's 1 year, which is in 3 days. My mum was born on the 15th of October. And a day later, for example, my dad passed away. I'm still suffering, still in pain. I'm starting to go live, bro, on YouTube. So yeah, man, I just thought I'd let you know. I'm going to go on PlayStation and I'm nearly on 100,000 subscribers. I don't know if you've noticed. I'm not that far away, 8,000 away from 100,000. So, yeah, I'm just going to be live on YouTube, going live and getting panel shows going and all that. So I've got a proper setup. I've got a studio. I've got some plans, bro. So do you understand? I set a GoFundMe, but that GoFundMe is to get someone involved with me, like someone with money, with partnership, to get involved with the channel. Because once I get to 100,000, like you can bid on it. So I secured the location. I paid for the location. I got it. I'm buying cameras. I'm buying this. I'm buying that. So this GoFundMe is just like that money is gonna go to doing the place up. But technically, even if I don't get a penny, I'm still slowly doing it up myself. But yeah, man, I'm going for it, bro. So keep an eye out. I've changed my channel name. I'll send you the link of the channel name anyway. So you can check it out anyway. But I'm so sorry to hear that, brother. I know how that feels.
So that's me messaging him, thinking that I'm messaging Imtiaz. So look at the message. Walaikum salam. My dad has passed away. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm sure Imtiaz told me his dad passed away and his mom passed away. So I thought I must have misheard him or whatever. Then I get a message saying my grandparent passed away before. My dad Imtiaz passed away 12/9/2023. Inna lillahi wa inna ilahi wa raji'un. I'm his daughter, sorry, I'm his son with his phone now. And then I messaged him, subhanallah, I have my dad's phone also. What do you call it? I put let me just show you. Look what I put on my dad's phone. I took D out of it and dad, and I put D phone on it. because I don't want to even see. I don't want to even see the dad. Okay. So this is my dad's phone's logo. So that it goes. That's why my dad don't go into speaker's corner. He was ill and he was in hospital for a few weeks before he had passed away. That's far. I said I recently just came back on YouTube. If you come in the chats, let me know. You're his brother. That's his brother I'm speaking to. That's fine. What do you call it? Blah blah blah. Yeah. Anyway. So then the next day, his brother phoned me up. His younger brother phoned me up and explained everything and told me that he passed away and all that stuff, personal stuff, which I'm not going to get into. But yeah, bro, he passed away, and you know what I mean? It's like, and I thought I was talking to him on the phone, and I couldn't believe it. And it was actually, it was first his daughter was messaging, then his son messaged me. Then I spoke to his uncle, which is his Imtiaz's brother, and that was it, bro. He passed away, bro. He's gone. He's no longer with us. Can you believe it? Like, it's just, I'm just shocked. I'm just shocked.
Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. I mean, what could you say? It is a bit shooting, isn't it? Into your heart when you hear somebody like that passed away, somebody online.
Bro.
I don't know.
Bro.
It is what it is, isn't it?
Like I said, when my dad passed away,
I says, we're all going to return to Allah. We all are going to resurrect.
Yeah, when my dad passed away, bro, before he passed away, I wanted to be a proper YouTuber and whatnot. And look how Allah blesses people. I went off YouTube and everything. And somehow my channel just went boom over plus 100,000 plus subscribers. I wasn't even active. Look how I was making dua to Allah when I was active on YouTube to get to a certain stage, and without me even going live properly, focusing on my channel, and I shot up, and studio thing is still getting done up. I wanted to do a proper studio because doing it from your own place, bro, is a bit difficult. People coming and going and whatnot, so I can't do it from here. This is a proper spot. I can do it, but I just want to do it from the yard. So anyway,
yeah, I mean, may Allah forgive and have mercy upon Imtiaz.
yeah.
I mean, and just make dua for him. Try to do some charity for him, inshallah.
Yeah, I think they've done a water well. I think they've done water well.
Alhamdulillah, that's good.
I was just talking to my mum to do some water wells in which Africa, whichever countries. Do you understand? Wherever water well is. I want to do one. I was just speaking to my mum today. I said, look, let's do one ourselves, like in my
even the humanitarian in Sudan and Palestine and Gaza.
Yeah.
There's so many things you could do, but we're going to get into that anyway. We're going to get into the humanitarian crisis in the Middle East and in African nations.
Yeah, bro. Inshallah, because.
But what's this thing I'm hearing that regarding this Islamophobia thing regarding they want to lock up?
Yeah, I saw this video. Let me share the screen and 1 second.
Because I think what they want to do, what I feel like they want to do, this is how I feel, innit? I feel like what they want to do is they want to lock fundamentalist Muslims, like myself. They just want to lock us up, and so then they could differentiate between us and those secular people, those liberalist people, who the protesters and all these people. They want to separate themselves from us and say, no, we are not the Islamists. These guys are the Islamists. These guys are the ones to lock up. Us lot are the liberalist secular. We do protesting. We do all this stuff because it doesn't make no sense. How are they?
Most of
This is my
protesters are non-Muslim.
question now. This is my question now. Exactly. This is what my question is. Okay, if they're now saying the protesters are the problem, they're the Islamists, they're the Muslimics, whatever the X words you want to make up to throw at these people, fine, no problem. But then what is going to happen is when these people get questioned, they're going to look at people like myself and look at people who actually have the belief of Tawheed and have the belief of Khilafah. I mean, look, the issue of Khilafah, this is a belief of every single Muslim. We have to believe in the concept of Khilafah. If you don't believe in the concept of Khilafah, you are a kafir. You're not even a Muslim. So we have to believe this. Now they're saying, if you have this concept of belief, you're a fundamentalist, you're an Islamist, you're a radical. This is what is happening. So it's like they want to lock us up for this belief. But then where do we draw the line? Because you're saying freedom of belief, freedom of expression, freedom of speech, but it's not unlimited. It's actually limited.
No.
But now what they're saying is it's sensibly limited.
Hold on.
In a sensible way. How?
One second. They used to mock, like our so-called Muslim countries, like, because end of the day, even protesting in Islam, it's kind of prohibited. Like, all these protests and all.
No, kind of. It's prohibited.
Prohibited, isn't it? Yeah, it's prohibited. So I want the British public to know, like even protests under Islamically, it's not allowed. Okay, so
but this is the problem, Said. Let's
explain one second. Let's explain why, because people need to understand. I'm going generically. I'm talking about, okay, not specific scenarios, specific situation. Generically, I'm talking about generally. The reason we don't really promote what do you call it? What is it? Just protesting. It's because what can happen is, first of all, the whole group, you can get a psycho in there. Number one, can give everyone a bad name. Number one, they can be false flags. Yeah, they can the black sheeps. Yeah, they'll come and they'll get all the highlights and they'll get used as the headlines. And majority of it's going to do more harm than good. So prevention is better than the cure. This is what Islam is. Prevention is better than the cure. So these sort of concepts, is under the Sharia. Like now Khilafah and all these words are buzzwords.
What sort of concepts under the Sharia?
No, I'm talking about Khilafah, words like Khilafah and these sort of, they've created such a wording, these sort of wordings, Sharia, Khilafah, and all these sort of wordings. It's like if we use it in English, like for example, law, God's law, instead of saying Sharia, so if we say God's law, what do you call it, Islamic living, because they say to us, why don't you go to Islamic country, Islamic? You know what? These days, Islamic countries like Qatar, Dubai, and whatnot, I'm not saying they're perfect Islamically, but they have taken over. And majority of the did you know, bro? Let me tell you something. Like I know doctors, that non-Muslim doctors have moved into countries like.
You keep talking. I'm just muting up.
Huh?
You keep talking. I'm just muting up. I'm listening.
Yeah. Countries like Bangladesh, Dubai, Qatar, and all that. Why they've moved on? So I asked him, why have you moved? They said we get paid better over there. And certain things we can't. He goes, we have so-called freedom of speech and whatnot, because there's no such thing as freedom of speech anymore in the UK. There's no way, because if there's only freedom of speech for the top 1%, those that are rich and politicians and whatnot who rule, they are ruled by the top 1%, who are like the farmer groups or the social media top giants. So basically you go off script and that's it. And what are the most hated things? The one who speaks the truth. And they get attacked the most, defamed, smeared, and hated. So now there was a thing called freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of this, freedom of that. Slowly, bit by bit, they have realized, hold on a second, the things that we used to criticize Muslim countries and whatnot, they're doing the same thing now here. Oh, start limiting. Oh, you can say this, but it's like a fake freedom of speech, fake freedom of fake freedom and whatnot. The other day, I'm going to play this video. It's like they couldn't say the word Islamophobia. It's like the guy said, are you allergic to the word or something? I'm going to play this video. If you want to say something, if you want to come in there, you can come in. But let me just quickly say about this doctor. This doctor left the UK, like English doctors and white doctors, non-Muslim doctors. They're going all Qatar and whatnot. They said there's better health over there. They're better, the law over there. He goes, I can walk the streets without fearing getting attacked. Things like that. Now in the UK, I'm thinking, look, I was born here. Don't get me wrong, yeah. I'm one of those persons. Look, I was born here, yeah.
And would you fight for the UK?
I want the best for the UK. And
yeah, but would you fight for the? Would you fight for the? Would you fight for the UK? That's the question. Would you fight for the UK? Would you fight for the UK? So just say.
No. I can't fight for these illegal wars. They don't define what is humanity or not. If fighting for the UK, if it means that they define, for example, in the dictionary, if genocide means genocide, and then they get to define what genocide is, or they get to choose who is terrorist and who's not a terrorist and whatnot. It's like moving the goalposts. Why should I fight for someone like that? What I'm talking about is that Allah's world that we believe in as Muslims, that this is Allah's world. I was born here. I want the best here. And what is wanting the best is because what we have a concept is wish for others what you wish for yourself. So I don't want no one to burn in hell. So going to religiously. So when we say that we want, it doesn't mean like, oh, we want like civil war or anything like that. Whatever's meant to be, those who believe in, like, if you don't believe in God, then you got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, but what about for the ones? What about for the ones when you give them the message, but they just still don't believe? When you warn them, they just don't believe.
Then Allah will deal with them on the day of judgment. Now they don't believe in Allah, so they don't care. Do you understand?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, true. But what I'm trying to get at here is like because what we're saying here is this whole Islamophobia issue, right? Why does it exist, and why is it that they're now looking at every single Muslim as a threat to this society?
The opposite of anti-Semitic, is Islamophobia. It's the same thing. Anti-Semitic, Islamophobia, same thing. Why is it that one is given more like emphasis and more action to than the other one? They can't even say the word now. They say it's not Islamophobia. Islam's not a race. Hold on a second. Islam is a race of people, so it is racist. It is race. When we say race, it is race of every color, from every tribe. So people like what's her name, Suella Braverman, and I don't want to talk about these people, but I'm just mentioning because we're talking about.
Seeing as we're talking about this issue, there was an individual called I don't know, is it Adam Shell guy? That guy who burned himself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And some people are saying, oh, we don't know whether he's gonna go to. We don't know if the message came to him, and we don't know if Islam approached him, which is delusional because we know that Islam has reached every corner of the world, and especially in America, everybody knows about Islam. So to say that this person doesn't know about Islam.
Yeah, my okay, go on. You say your view. I'll give you my view on that.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
My view on this is this. I don't have the knowledge of the unseen. Yeah. Okay. Now that's my. I've got a neighbor over there. Only heard bad things about Islam. Who doesn't know nothing about Islam. They said I asked him, do you know anything about our religion? And the things he said.
No, that's not the question. That's not the question.
No,
the question is, has the message reached him?
Look, only Allah knows if the message hasn't reached him, because number one.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Quran al-Baqarah. Let me just read this verse. إن الذين كفروا سواء عليهم أنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون ختم الله على قلوبهم وعلى سمعهم وعلى أبصارهم غشاوة ولهم عذاب عظيم. Indeed, those who disbelieve, it is all the same for them, whether you warn them or you do not warn them, they will not believe. Allah has set a seal upon their hearts and upon their hearing, and over their vision is a veil, and for them is a great punishment.
Yeah,
that's my belief. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Now, obviously, that is for those who obviously Allah knows who they are. Those who know.
Allah says, Allah says, إِلَّا الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا سَوَاءٌ عَلَيْهِمْ أَنذَرْتَهُمْ أَمْ لَمْ تُنذِرْهُمْ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ.
Okay.
Indeed, those who disbelieve. Listen what I said. Those who disbelieve, it is all the same for them. Akhi.
Okay, listen, one second. Let me
2 seconds, man.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, let's go. Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, I don't know who that guy is. Number one. Number two, I don't know nothing about him. Thirdly, in Islam, suicide is haram. Yeah, that's completely haram. Number one. Number three. Number four, when you say this day and age, how can you say Islam hasn't reached them? Yeah, you cannot categorically say that Islam has reached every single person correctly. And
I never said that. Never made that claim.
Huh? Okay, you never made that claim. Okay, cool.
I never made that claim.
All right, okay. So
and likewise, what you just said there. Likewise, you can't categorically say that the message has not reached him.
I don't know. On that issue, I say Allahu Alim. On his issue, I say right. This camera looks like thingy, bruv. Just went down. How did that happen? On that issue, I think this camera, it follows you around or something, man. On that issue, what do you call it? Allahu Alim, okay? Brother.
Allah says whether you warn them or do not warn them, they will not believe. Allah said. Surah Al-Baqarah. I'm not saying it.
And what about those who we give the word to, and those who that believe? Alhamdulillah, isn't it?
Those who believe, they reverted. Of course, if they're going to believe, they revert. But there are some. Allah says, "Khatam Allahu ala qulubihim wa ala sam'ihim wa ala absarihim ghishawa wa lahum adhabun azim." That Allah has set seal upon their hearts and upon their hearing, and He sealed their eyes, and for them is a great punishment.
Yes, I agree with that, and I can see these people sometimes. I used to think that when I used to go to Speaker's Corner, I used to see that. I used to see that and I used to think, subhanallah, I can see these guys like they're just deluded, and what they're coming out with, and these must be the people that Allah that talks about, that Allah has sealed their hearts. May Allah save us from that and whatnot. Anyway,
look, and even in the verse after that, because I'm looking at it now. Even in the verse after that, even those that say we believe in Allah and the last day, Allah says they do not believe. Look, Allah says, وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَقُولُ آمَنَّا بِاللَّهِ وَبِالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ وَمَا هُمْ بِمُؤْمِنِينَ يُخَادِعُونَ اللَّهَ وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَمَا يَخْدَعُونَ إِلَّا أَنفُسَهُمْ وَمَا يَشْعُرُونَ. Allah says, and of the people are some who say we believe in Allah and the last day, but they are not believers. Allah saying this, and then He says, they the munafiqun, they think to deceive Allah and those who believe, but they deceive, not accept themselves.
You know what?
They're deceiving themselves.
I definitely, as a Muslim, I definitely feel a different shift, and what you call it, and I do feel, you know, when we used to talk about end of times and all that sort of stuff. Now I do kind of feel for it, and I just, I feel like, that thing has started. That bowl, I know that thing it's been in motion already, but now I definitely. I think the thing is in motion. And let me 1 second. Where it is? I need to play this video. So let me present, share screen.
See, that verse in Surah Al-Baqarah reminds me a lot of the Islamophobes, because they always get that message, don't they? La ilaha illallah, this is our belief, this is we're Muslims, and they just boom, 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 boom. They just want to attack.
Can you see my 1 second? Share. Here we go. Let's play this. Let's speed keep. Yeah, I do. The quality looks very bad for some reason, but it might improve. Anyway,
on breaking news this morning, the Home Secretary, James Cleverly, has joined calls for the former Tory Deputy Chairman, Lee Anderson, to apologise following those controversial comments about the London Mayor, Sadiq Khan.
We're joined now by the illegal Migration Minister, Michael Tomlinson. Mr. Tomlinson, thanks very much indeed.
Morning. Good morning.
Was what Lee Anderson said Islamophobic?
Listen, I'm very clear what Lee said was wrong. He shouldn't have said it. As a result of what he said, within 24 hours, swift and robust action was taken, and he lost the whip. My view is that we need to be courteous in our discourse. I think it's incumbent on politicians to take the heat out of the argument. That's the way that I conduct myself. That's my personal style and my point of view. And what Lee said was wrong.
Go on, Minister. Yes or no? Was it Islamophobic?
It was wrong.
Was it Islamophobic?
You've had my answer. It was wrong.
Why can't you say the word?
Well, I don't think I'm here to come on and talk about definitions. I'm very clear that the action was wrong, that the words were wrong, and that as a result, there was swift, robust, and firm action, and that was the right course of action within 24 hours. Listen, if you want to contrast that with what happened up in Rochdale, this was robust action that was taken. It was right that that action was taken.
Every single minister that we've spoken to, and that every other media outlet in this country has spoken to in the last 48 hours, government minister and MP, refuses to use the word Islamophobia. Tory ministers. Is this some instruction you've all been given that you're not allowed to say the I word?
No, it's not.
Well, can you say it then? Do you think that it was Islamophobic? Yes, we know you said it was wrong, but do you think it was Islamophobic? Personally, yes or no?
Personally, I think it was wrong.
Mr. Tomlinson, are you allergic to the word Islamophobic? I don't understand why the Conservative Party is so reluctant to call it out. You keep calling it wrong. Politicians say things which are wrong all the time. You don't normally withdraw the whip from them and insist they apologise. So there must be something distinctive about what Lee Anderson said, and that distinctiveness, in many people's view, is Islamophobia.
What he said was wrong, and within 24 hours, the whip was taken from him. As I say, this is robust action. It was swift action that was taken, and I support it. I think politicians...
Okay, so what was wrong about it? Let's get to the bottom of what was wrong about what he said.
Politicians have a duty to dial the temperature down, to take the temperature down, if you like. That's my view. I think
so that we should be talking... So in what way was he dialing the temperature up?
I think we should be talking respectfully and courteously in terms of the way that I conduct myself. I think that is my view. It's what we should be doing as politicians. We should be dialing the temperature down.
Okay, so when he said that Islamists had control of Sadiq Khan and had control of London, In what way was he dialing?
Did you hear that? Islamists has control of London. Look at the
but look, understand what they say. Their understanding of Islamist is people like Sadiq Khan.
Yeah.
I find that laughable, wallahi. These are they're too rattled, they're too scared. I don't understand why.
Anyway, let's finish this, then we'll give a. It's just crazy, man. Like, Islamists have taken over. 95% of the UK is white. 5% is about non-white, and out of that 5%, I think maybe 2% is.
Akhi. They're saying Islamists are taking over, which their understanding is Muslims are taking over. How many of the Muslim women? How many? Okay. And my question to you then is, how many Muslims in this country that you know have even the correct aqaid or knowledge of aqaid or knowledge of tawheed? How many?
Brother, hardly any. Like, it's very minority. Do you understand? I would question myself. I would question myself. I need to do a lot of learning. Do you understand? I need to build a relationship with Allah.
No, we all do, but what I'm trying to say, the point I'm making here is there's very handful of people that are upon that way. Yeah. Now, what the majority want to do is point at that minority and say they are the problem. We are differentiating ourselves from these people. Yeah. So that's why this Lee guy and all these lot, they're making these comments to clamp down on the minority, not the majority. The majority of the people are fine. It's the minority they want to clamp down on.
No, bro, I just think they're putting us all in one basket, and
for now,
yeah,
for now, until they get somebody who has a fundamental belief and somebody who is a coconut and realize, oh my God, actually the coconut is more like us than a fundamentalist. So yeah, we're differentiating them. This is how they're going to differentiate us.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay, this camera moves with my hand gestures. Okay. So okay. Anyway, I was gonna say, like I said, personally, I think they're putting these are racial undertones that they're using just to put all Muslims. And who gets attacked? The Muslim women, the weak ones. Do you understand? That's how coward they are. Anyway, let me finish this.
The temperature up, other than lumping in a Muslim mayor of London into Islamists and Muslims more broadly. It sounds highly prejudicial, highly inflammatory, and Islamophobic.
Okay, 1 second, yeah. AQ, yeah, listen to this, yeah. Just imagine, Sunak, yeah, he was not voted in, yeah. People like Suella Braverman and whatnot, yeah, they're so desperate for power, they're just using far-right words because they worked out, oh, they're far more in number, so they're more likely to get, if we sing from their script, then we'll stay in power. So they don't realize, they don't look at them the same way. But anyway, Sunak was not elected. He was selected of the failures of their party. Okay, so that's that. And can you imagine? Yeah, look at Sadiq Khan. Yeah, he's a Muslim, with a mayor. Now imagine Sadiq Khan was the Prime Minister of the UK and got the prayer mat out in front of 10 Downing Street, or if the Qibla was whichever way the Qibla is from there, and he done a prayer, the headlines would have been, they have taken over UK from America to all the other countries. Now, when Rishi Sunak in 10 Downing Street, he done his idol, because obviously he's a pagan, yeah? He's a Hindu, he's a pagan. So UK supposed to be a monotheistic country, under Christian, should be a Christian country. So they had no issues of him
Christians monotheism.
Hold on. I'm just talking about. I know we can question
Yeah,
that.
just be careful. Be careful with the words, Zach.
Huh?
You have to be careful with the words. You can get clipped out.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just. They're supposed to be under monotheism, Abrahamic faiths, whatever, Christian country they call it. Now, if it's a Christian country, front of their one of their sacred places, 10 Downing Street, what happened? Sunak prayed, and yes, in the UK, freedom of religion, freedom of this. I'm not questioning that. I'm not talking about that. They have issues. If they see Muslims praying in the park or here or there or whatever, they have issues. Yeah, forget 10 Downing Street. Now, Rishi Sunak, he done prayers in front of the 10 Downing Street, and this is a Christian country, so-called Christian country, and under Christianity, what does it say regarding idol worship and
No, in Christian laws, you can they don't even stand for democracy. So so the whole thing of this whole democratic elections and everything goes against the religion of the people who stole this country.
Yeah, hold on a second. Now, I know that, but then they're going to say, oh, the church came and they removed religion and politics. They separated it. Okay, that's your argument or whatever. But they always say this is a Christian country. Now, if this is a Christian country, you have you can say we never selected him. Elected him. So where was the up in arms him in a Christian country idol worshipping in front of your sacred 10 Downing Street? I don't get that. Now, if it was Sadiq Khan gets like labeled like some sort of pious Muslim, like some sort of
to be honest with you, I don't think it would be I think it would be problematic now, but I think 2 years ago, if he did it, I don't think it would be problematic because there is an advertisement of the British Army where there's a so-called Muslim guy, clear-cut kafir. He's praying whilst the war's going on. So they're trying to promote that, look, we want Muslims in our armies. So there are Muslims in our armies and they're praying. So I don't think I don't think it would be a big problem.
These are fake nonsense from the left.
I'm not saying that it's fake or real. What I'm saying is the promotion behind it, the whole scene behind it. Because you're saying that if Sadiq Khan was to just lay out a prayer mat and pray outside 10 Downing Street, it would hit the headlines, it would hit everything. But then what I'm saying is, well, maybe now it would because of the whole issue of Gaza and Israel and everything that's happened. Maybe now, but 2 years ago or 3 years ago, if he had did it, I don't think it would have been a problem. Why? Because they already advertised British Army people going on war, just advertising because they're recruitment advertisement. You can check it on YouTube. You can even review it now if you want. It's a recruitment advertisement, British Army video. In there, it shows a man praying his salah. So it's like they're trying to promote that, look, we've got Muslims fighting, so they want Muslims because they know a lot of Muslims are in this country, so they're trying to recruit them into the army, and they're showing and promoting a man praying in a British soldier uniform with a helmet on whilst there's a war going on behind him and he's praying his salah whilst there's another soldier covering him whilst he's praying. So the way they're promoting it, so they promote that. So I don't think they would have had a problem with Sadiq Khan praying because the guy's a Taghut anyway.
You know,
so they won't care. He's a puppet for them anyway, so they won't care.
Okay,
what he's doing. As long as
all politicians are puppets.
As long as they do the favor for the hierarchy, they don't care.
Yeah, basically, look, all politicians, in my view, are puppets and whatnot. You know, so that's why they're saying it that's why these people need to study Islam. Islam doesn't promote rebelling. I don't know where you are against rebelling against the rulers. I know there's certain. I'm talking about the reason Islam doesn't.
That's a different topic on its own.
Yeah, rebelling against rule. I'm just talking about the general British public. I don't want to get into the nitty gritty stuff and whatnot. Do you understand all that? You know what I mean. But I'm just talking about rebelling against the rulers and all that sort of stuff. In Islam, we don't have all that, because if it does more harm than good, like Syria, like Libya, and stuff like that, that's why we don't. Islam doesn't promote these things. So I don't. If they actually understood Islam,
No, there are different types of rebellion, but yeah.
Yeah, of course, I get that. But I'm talking about generally at the moment. Yeah.
So what's your, okay, for example, I'll give you an example. You know the Saudi rulers, or the Bangladesh ruler. You know the Bangladeshi ruler, or the Pakistani ruler, or any of the rulers.
She should be in charge anyway, because Allah said women in Islam we don't have.
Right. Okay. So because you criticized her, that's khuruj. That's the rebellion against her. Because you criticized her with your tongue.
I'm going about what Allah and
that's one type.
Do you understand? Now I'm not gonna go and start forming a party and start.
No, because you mentioned khuruj. Because you mentioned khuruj, there are different types of khuruj. There's khuruj, with verbal khuruj, where you're criticizing the ruler, and there's a different type of khuruj where you rebel against them physically to remove them from power because of their corruption. And if you have the shawka and mani'a to do that, it's permissible. It's permissible. But if you don't have the shawka and mani'a to do that, it's going to cause more harm than evil. It's going to cause more harm than good. That's when you don't do it. That's only by shawka and mani'a. You've got to have power and authority to do stuff like that. And you've got to have the knowledge as well. It can't just be forming a group and going boom against the ruler. So yeah, I'm not, that's not our understanding of khuruj. Yeah. Our understanding of khuruj is it's permissible when the conditions are there. Because there are conditions, because what is the, Sheikh Ibn Baz, he's got a book, a book. In that book, he's got a subtitle in there called The Conditions of Khuruj. So khuruj is, because he's put the conditions of khuruj down, saying these are the conditions to, these are the conditions of khuruj now, yeah? He's telling you what the permissibility of it is, which means it is permissible, but there are conditions to it. So whoever's coming to you saying it's impermissible, that in itself has contradicted him.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, let me play this, because obviously if we get too technical now, like a lot of people, they don't even know Islam, and getting technical, it just confuses them more. I'm just talking in general terms. Hold on.
I don't think I can be clearer than I have been. I think that
if you were being clearer, we wouldn't keep asking you to define this as Islamophobic. I mean, you can literally have the opportunity to say now, no, it wasn't Islamophobic, and many people might agree with you.
A lot of our viewers would agree with you. There's been a huge amount of support for what Mr. Anderson said. There's a way out. Would you like to say that you personally don't think it was Islamophobic, and we can move on?
Richard, I don't think I can be clearer than what I have said. You read out just now, or it was read out just now, what Lee had said. I think what he said was wrong, and as a result of that, there was swift and robust action that was taken.
Well, the Home Secretary has joined the clamour for him to apologise, and it's been suggested that if he does apologise, he's back in. Would you accept that? If he said he was sorry, didn't mean it, got it wrong, would you let him have the whip again?
Richard, that's not a matter for me. Whipping, as you know, is a matter for the Chief Whip and for the Prime Minister. It's not me. It's not for me to thrust myself, to impose myself on the Chief Whip and say what he should do. That's not my...
Okay, well, how would you feel if the Chief Whip said, okay, you're back in? How would you feel?
Well, listen, Richard, that's a matter for the Chief Whip. That is not a matter for me. I've told you what my views are. My views are that what was said was wrong. I hear myself repeating it, but you are asking me the question again. What was said was wrong, and as a result of that,
on behalf of our viewers, you see, I think possibly.
Just watch this, yeah. The moment he uses the anti-Semitism word, that's when he kind of says Islamophobia. He has to like force him into a corner. That's when he will kind of hint at it. It's crazy, man.
one of the misapprehensions that gentlemen and ladies such as yourself who come onto the programme to represent the government, I think you think that we're asking you these questions out of purely personal interest. It's not. We are representing the viewers. The viewers would like to know what you think, and you seemingly are not prepared to tell the viewers what you think. Never mind us.
Richard, I think it was wrong, and I have said that repeatedly.
Okay.
When the Home Secretary Suella Braverman wrote in the Telegraph last week that Islamists are now in charge of Britain is sleep.
Anyway, listen to this one. Listen to this one. Hate march.
Oh my goodness.
Hate marches. Yeah?
This is funny,
Walking
bro.
into a ghettoized society. The truth is that Islamists, the extremists, and the anti-Semites are in charge now. Is she wrong as well?
I don't think Suella was right. She's the.
You know what? According to their argument, according to their argument, we can say the BJP party is in charge of UK, and India owns UK. These sort of arguments they're using. The BJ because because do you understand? That means why don't these sort of people have an issue?
What's with the fear though? Like I can sense the fear in their voices. All three of them, like the way they speak, especially when they say Islamist taking over. When they say that, it's like they're so like it's a reality to them.
Look, we know when they use the word Islamists. It's like a racial undertone to paint all Muslims. Islamists are all Muslims now, okay? There's no such thing as words as Islamists and all that new
of course, they obviously do that. Yeah,
do you understand? They're painting all of us and putting us into one thingy.
No, but these are talking like as if the Islamic State's here or something, like they've established caliphate here or something.
Yeah, we got a word. Yeah, we got a word for them. Khawarij. Yeah, like you understand?
For who?
Words. The dogs of the hellfire.
Khawarij to who though? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is these people, these lot here that are talking out of fear. They're talking out of fear, like as if we've established Khilafah here or something. Like what's wrong with them? These are acting as if they're paying jizya.
That's what I'm saying. It's like that's what I'm saying. Bruv, to me, I'm just shocked when I saw this video. Anyway, let me finish this. It's nearly done.
Former Home Secretary, she was responding actually to events that had happened in the House of Commons, or at least in part that had happened in the House of Commons last Wednesday, when a debate was had in relation to Gaza and in relation to peace in Gaza. And what happened there was the Speaker had selected an amendment. It was an unorthodox decision. And in fact, the Speaker said it was the wrong decision. He came back to the chamber of the House of Commons after that debate and said that he had got it wrong. And as a result of that, actually, I think that basic procedural error, there were heightened tensions, if you like. And as a result of that, at least in part, Suella wrote her article over the weekend.
So what's the difference between Lee Anderson saying that Islamists are in charge of London and the former Home Secretary of the same party saying that the Islamists, the extremists and the anti-Semites?
What that Lee guy, they call him 30p Lee. What he's trying to say is there's too many Muslims in London. And what the other non-Muslims, non-white Muslims don't understand is he means there's too many non-whites in pockets of London, and because they're like there's like groups of people stick together from their own culture in certain part of London. It's like it's been taken over. No, people live like in groups. And there's parts of people who live out other parts of the UK, like in other parts of the UK, it's all white. Do you understand? And whatnot. So it's their arguments. You can just easily flip it on them, and it just doesn't make sense, man. But anyway,
it just all sounds fear.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, we're multicultural country, whatnot. Yes, if you're gonna promote one thing, then don't be hypocritical. Soon as free speech and democracy and all that stuff in their eyes, which is what they want. And what I don't
It's
get.
their religion, isn't it?
Huh? Hold on.
It's their religion.
Yes, their religion, they push, yeah, and they're happy with. But when it gets in their way, why do they become hypocrites? Yeah, why do they become hypocrites? Then they say, oh, in Islamic countries, blah blah blah, you can't do this. What are you talking about? In Islamic countries, in Muslim countries, there's churches, there's temples and whatnot. Allah says, do not, give them. There's a whole system. I don't want to get. There is. There's a system. So I don't want to get into it because they've made into buzzwords. I don't want to use the buzzwords now. Do you understand that? This video is not about that. We can get into it. If anyone wants to, like in the future, wants to join and have some sort of debate on the panel, I'll share the link out because I'm going to start doing these type of streams in the future. This is a late type of test thing because it's been a while I haven't been online. So me setting this up took a bit of time, and we cancelled it. Then we changed our mind again. While it took a bit of time setting this up, so I want to get people on board. And my channel, this channel mainly, it's like my vlogging channel. I was gonna do football reactions and whatnot, but I'm gonna sometimes talk about these sort of things. But football and whatnot is gonna be type of main things. I'm telling you as well, AQ. What I'm gonna like, my intention, gaming videos and whatnot, and my other channel is going to be regarding Deen-wise. And Deen-wise, obviously, you have to be knowledgeable to talk about Deen-wise. So the other thing, I'm going to be selective in when I go on to my other channel. So this channel is just going to be, like all this, everything, gaming, reaction videos, doing panel shows, getting people on, having discussions, and I've invited quite a few people on Facebook. I've got quite a bit of people who follow me on my pages. Altogether, if I combine my 2-3 pages, nearly 12,000 people on Facebook, and I feel like they're more active people there that I'm gonna try to bring them onto this. And let's see if we can get them on board here and have some.
Do you know what I was saying about this video? Like if you watch it from the start, until I've just it's every time.
Another 3 minutes. Let's finish it. Let's finish this video so people can see it, and then we can.
Go.
Now in this country.
Well, I think one's more of a personal attack, but if you're asking me in relation to Suella and her article, that was directly in response to that debate that we had in the Chamber of the House of Commons last Wednesday. And as I say, I think the Speaker called that wrong. It was an SNP opposition day, and they didn't have a chance to have a vote.
No, but I'm asking about what Suella Braverman wrote, because she hasn't faced the same penalty, has she, as Lee Anderson? And you said that you think that politicians have a duty to dial down the language. But in many people's views, someone saying the Islamists are in charge of London, the Islamists are in charge of Britain, both are factually incorrect, and both are dialing up the tension at a time when you say, in your words, politicians have a duty not to do that. So I'm just asking whether Suella Braverman should also face the same penalty as Lee Anderson, and if not, why not?
Well, you asked me my views. My views are exactly that. I think that politicians do need to be careful with their language.
So should she face the same penalty then?
Well, I think politicians need to be careful with their language. I think it is important that we are careful and considerate. I actually think we're very blessed. So in your
language, should she face the same penalty as Lee Anderson and have the whip removed?
No, I think we're blessed to live in the country that we do. We have an open and tolerant society. I think that is one of the joys that makes Britain and our country what it is. That is something that I think we should celebrate as politicians. But you are right. I am careful with the language that I use, and that's the way that I conduct myself.
You're very careful not to use the word Islamophobia. I just wonder if one of the indicators for that is that the party does have a formal definition for anti-Semitism, but it doesn't have one for its opposite number, if you like, Islamophobia. Well, why is that? Why don't you have a definition for Islamophobia if you have one for anti-Semitism?
Well, I don't think that's quite right. I think there are issues I think there are issues with a certain definition that's been put forward in relation to Islamophobia.
See, now he uses the word Islamophobia the first time it came out of his mouth. See how he cornered him.
Let's see the rest of it.
Yeah, he cornered him with anti-Semitism. That's when he uses it.
Yeah, I think that is right, but we're getting now into definitions. We're getting now into semantics.
Yeah,
we're getting into
Semantics. Yeah.
We're getting into definitions. We're getting into semantics. I don't think it's right for me to press that further. I think it is right that.
Again.
Rewind that part, where he says the word Islamophobia, because even when he's about to say it, he cracks.
Yeah.
Like he didn't want to say it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Look at his expression when he says it. It's funny. Listen, watch his face when he says it.
We're getting into definitions. We're getting into semantics. I don't think it's right for me to press that further. I think it is right that politicians are careful. I think it's right, personally, to be courteous in our conduct. I think we're blessed to live in the country that we do. Part of that is that we do have the ability to have free speech. We have the ability to criticize, the ability to poke fun at each other, even occasionally to poke fun.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
No, I want to watch that part where he says the word Islamophobe.
You can poke fun at Muslims. You can call Muslim women letterboxes and whatnot. Yeah, but you cannot. There's a certain community. You cannot even insinuate anything because you're going to be labeled a anti-Semite straight away. So that's BS, and he knows it. He knows it. Do you understand? Which part did you want me to rewind it to?
Where he says the word, where he actually says the word Islamophobia, but he's actually breaking.
Okay,
he actually breaks and says it, like you see his face when he's saying it.
But we're getting now into.
You have a definition for Islamophobia if you have one for anti-Semitism.
Look at his face, yeah.
That's quite right. I think there are issues I think there are issues with a certain definition that's been put forward in relation to Islamophobia. I think that is right. But we're getting now into definitions. We're getting now into semantics.
Yeah,
we're getting into
semantics.
Definitions. We're getting into semantics. I don't think it's right for me to press that further. I think it is right that
just switch it around. Anti-Semitism to Islamophobia. He will not be speaking like that at all.
He's calling it semantics.
Let me get one thing straight. Yeah. In Islam, we are told even if the truth is against your own blood, your kin, your family, you still stay with the truth. You don't. It's not like a football team. No matter what, we back.
Speak the truth even if it's against yourself.
Yeah, speak the truth in Islam, even if it's against you. So this is what Islam promotes. And you know what? Like I said, man, Qatar. Countries like that and Dubai and whatnot, all the doctors and all this, everyone's moving over there. Why? It's because healthcare, living standards, pay, everything has gone the other way now. And here, bruv, potholes, the queues in the doctors, book it online. You have to wait 2-3 weeks. Bruv, I wish I could move out, but you know what? Because I was born in this country, I have an attachment here, and obviously, I want the best for this country.
Yeah, we need to leave. Obviously, we need to leave.
Yeah,
I'm with understanding that.
I wish now, that I'm able to understand. And can you imagine? They say that they want all of us non-whites to leave. Yeah. First of all, they want the Muslims to go. Okay, no problem. All of the non-whites, non-white, non-Muslims who think, oh, they're getting attacked, we're all right. When we're gone, they're coming for you next. Trust me, they're coming for you next. Once we're gone, they're coming for you next. Okay. So there you go. Look, when people get attacked, what happened? when they get attacked, Sikhs get attacked by thinking they're Muslims. Indian women get attacked in saris, and then when you see that what do you call it? I'll make that clip up. It's on Political Joe or whatever. Political Joe guy, the guy goes, "What do you think of Rishi Sunak?" She goes, "Go Sunak, go BJP." And I'm thinking, wow, can you imagine if he went to a Muslim and said, go Sadiq Khan or some Muslim PM, for example, and then he goes, "Go Hamas," or something like that. Oh my God. Can you imagine the uproar, for example?
Oh yeah.
Because BJP, what they're doing is, they're doing a similar type of thing over there, and ethnic cleansing. Do you understand? And the language, their ministers and whatnot they use. So, but it's hypocrisy and what do you call it? We've been foretold by Prophet Muhammad anyway. Muslims are
The prophecy.
the Muslims are the most attacked people, the most oppressed people on earth. From day it started till today. You cannot even compare it. Do you understand? In India, you know what, bro? I wish I could, like I said, bring these next time. I'll be ready properly as I, start live streaming. This Indian guy, goes, BJP guy goes, "I'm with you, my Zionist brother, with Israel. I stand with Israel." And then,
but I don't understand the Hindus though. This is what I don't understand about the Hindus.
Listen to this. And then this Jewish guy goes, "You cow dung cake eating, blah blah blah. We don't want you," and all that. And I'm thinking to myself, look how you're getting humiliated. You are supporting them in their hatred, and look how they couldn't even show you fake love online on Twitter X, but the guy got like, oh my God,
Yeah, but do you know, like these Hindus that are like attacking Muslims or even attack the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, but I don't understand that, because in their scriptures they speak about the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and they speak positively about it.
Bro,
Not that we take from them, but we can agree with the truth about the existence of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So it's like, why are you attacking the religion Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam came with? If you read one of their books called Kalki Purana, it's in there where it speaks about Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. It speaks about the 4 Khalifa that's going to come, the 8 characteristics that he's going to have, this, that, literally a lot of things that we believe in about the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam that they say in Kalki Purana. So I don't understand why these BMP, these Rishi Sunak guys, what is it, BMP, what are they? BMP, is that what you call them?
Who?
BJP. Is that what you call
BJP. BJP.
Like BJP. This group, they're a group of Hindus, right? They might be the jahils, they might be the ignorants who are just basically just bigots. Just, you know what I'm trying to say to you? But the main issue we have with the Hindus is obviously the issue of shirk. That's the main issue we have with them. But they believe in 100 gods and they associate partners with Allah. But I don't understand where the hatred comes from against the Prophet when they've got this.
Yeah, I don't get that as well. Yeah, because end of the day, like the West, be fair in your hatred. Then, if you're gonna hate, like, okay, that to them cows are gods to them. Yeah. Now, if you look at like McDonald's, or how much beef and stuff like that does the West and everything consume? So, bro, it's just hypocrisy and nonsense, man. Let's finish this video. Hold on.
politicians are careful. I think it's right, personally, to be courteous in our conduct. I think we're blessed to live in the country that we do. Part of that is that we do have the ability to have free speech. We have the ability to criticize, the ability to poke fun at each other, even occasionally to poke fun at politicians. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. But as you can tell, my view is that we should be dialing this down rather than dialing it up. And that's my firm intention this morning.
Michael Tomlinson, Minister of State for Countering Illegal Migration. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
So
yeah, I think he lied there, didn't he?
huh?
He lied on that part.
Of course he did, bruv. What you call
Poke fun at each other.
Yeah, man.
That's what happens in the House of Commons all the time. They poke fun at each other all the time, don't they?
Yeah, like the other day. I'm not into politics, yeah. But I was shocked. Somehow I kind of worked it out. I'm not into politics. I don't want to be into politics. I don't care about it, bro. I'm like I said, I want to make my relationship with God, Allah, stronger. I got look after my family, and after making my relationship with Allah stronger, then my family.
Yeah, these are kuffar.
Yeah, I don't care about anything else. I don't care about politics. I don't care about all that stuff. If I can move to like an Arab country or whatever, you know, like sell up and whatnot, maybe inshallah. But obviously, making now for some reason, I hope that the Muslim countries make it easier for us to make the transition to move easy for us, you know, and you know, they say we hate the UK and whatnot. No, like even when I spoke to my mum, like, look, let's move and whatnot and all that, she loves it here. Do you understand? She was like, even though she wasn't born here, you know, they accuse us we hate the UK and whatnot. No,
of course our parents are gonna love it here. They get the benefits.
Yeah, no, it's not just that. I'm just
let's just be frank and honest and speak the truth.
Cool. Some
like
of them
for once in our lives.
But what I want to say is, look, bro, I was born here as well. Yeah, I wish this country, you know, like what you call it, everything was good, and there's no what you call it, capitalism, and there's no mortgage and all this stuff that like destroys society. Do you understand? And the top with one.
I've got a question for you. What do you say for the people? But obviously, there are a lot of ignorant people out there who say Sharia law. They say Sharia law, which means law. Sharia means law. So I don't know why they say law.
Ignorance.
But the Sharia. There are some people around. Maybe they may be online. They could even be offline in the streets. They say that Sharia is already in this country, halfway there. What do you say for that? What do you say about that?
They say creeping Sharia. They come out with some lovely like racial undertones. Like when I say lovely, I'm mocking it, obviously. Like I'm impressed in a weird way that creeping Sharia or this and that. Oh my God, man. We believe in Allah, yeah? And Allah plans and they plan. If Allah wants, kun fayakun, and it's done. You don't have to believe it. And what I say to them is, on that day, what the eyes will see, I dread it. I'm dreading it now. Because I'm dreading it now. That day, forget the day of standing. Like when I get to my grave, what I'm going to see and whatnot. And you know, this guy, Balfour, whatever his name is, if only we could have a glimpse in his abode at this moment in time, what he's going through. If only we could have had a 1 minute glimpse of what he's going through. And what would they say? Is it the hadith? Allah will ask him on the day of judgment, and they're going to say, what? Send us back, even for something like that. I can't remember.
Send us back on earth so we could worship you.
Yeah. And Allah says,
take back everything they did. Yeah. They're going to be full of regrets. And,
they will go
back. What I'm asking you is, what do you say for the people who say Sharia is already in the country?
Just a BS.
It's silly, isn't it? Because what they're saying is because we have Sharia councils, based on that, we have Sharia in this country. And I'm like, no, that Sharia council and legislation is two totally different things. The Sharia council is for a specific, it's a specific organization for specific group, which are the Muslims, to deal with the internal affairs. That's what Sharia council is. Whereas Sharia of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's his legislation. And that legislation is in everything, in its finance, in its economic system, in its the had of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the actual laws and the rulers to be the Muslims, etc., etc. That's what the legislation is. The Sharia Council and the legislation, these people have got they're putting the two things together. And because they're saying now, oh, in the country, because we've got Sharia councils in this part of the England and this part of England and in London and in Birmingham, we've got Sharia councils here and they sort our affairs out. So therefore, we believe that this is Sharia. And my simple question to these people is this one simple question. Give me one Sharia council in the UK that takes jizya from the kuffar, because that's part of the Sharia. That's one of the conditions of the Sharia, taking jizya from the kuffar. Give me one kafir that's given jizya to one of these Sharia councils in the UK. None. Impossible. It's not the case. So it's not Sharia. So I don't know where these people are coming from saying, oh, Sharia is in the UK based on Sharia councils. These people are jahil, wallahi, ignorant. And this is why I was saying to you in the beginning, our issue in the UK with the Muslims is ignorance.
Yeah, bro, I understand what you mean. Like I said, it's just all ignorance, bro. It's just ignorance. And what can you do in it? Because they know the biggest threat is Islam. And like I said, no matter how much or whatever you try, those who don't believe in God or whatever, you can think that he doesn't exist or whatnot. If you think he doesn't exist and it's all waste of time, you have nothing to worry about. When the
Because
time comes,
I'll tell you what I heard on a live stream. So there was a woman. Obviously, she sounded Islamophobic. She asked a Muslim. She says, "So according to Islam, you're not a proper Muslim because you don't pray and you're cultural and this." And he says, "Yeah, I am a cultural Muslim, but when it comes to believing in Allah and following the Prophet, I would not let that go. Even though I don't follow it to its core, I still have it in my heart that, you know, I'm all for it, yeah." But then she then turned around and said, "Yeah, but then that makes you a hypocrite." Now, when you're getting kuffar coming in your lives, or you're getting kuffar like that speaking to you and telling you what you are in your deen, it's problematic. This is where everything becomes problematic. So, for example, if a kafir comes on here and he starts teaching me Surah Al-Fatiha, is that problematic?
Yeah, of course it is. It's embarrassing.
Of course it's embarrassing. Now, imagine he comes and says, "You ain't even a proper Muslim because look, ABC is your religion, but you're doing ABC." It's embarrassing. But a lot of people don't find that embarrassing. They're talking normal now. Saying nowadays people are going out and saying, "I'm a cultural Muslim. I'm not that fundamentalist. I'm not that radical. I'm not that extreme that you lot are saying I'm extreme. I'm a cultural Muslim." This is what the people who are getting labeled as Islamists are coming out and saying now.
You know what, bro? Like I said to you, these are buzzwords in English. Do you understand? And sometimes when you translate certain words from Arabic to English, it just doesn't sound right, because English is a language. It is very weak, like type of language, because when it comes to other different languages, one word can mean certain things, like the word jihad, for example. Like imagine that I say tomorrow's going to be a jihad day for me, for example, yeah. Now if they translate it in Arabic, I said it, for example, or something like that, and they translate it, they're going to think, "Oh my God, he's going to go on jihad." That means for them, they think jihad means
you're going to fight.
Yeah,
Fight.
yeah, fight. Now fight what? Fight my demons. Fight my urges. Fight my desires. I don't want to be a slave to my desires. So
Yeah.
much. So it's like it's education, you know. And for some reason, like I said, these people, obviously, I'm learning my deen myself. I got a lot to learn, but I know from my soul, from my fitra, from my insides, from my bones, that Allah exists, and I want to make Him happy. And to make Him happy, I know my eternal is going to be.
So do you believe? Okay, because the reason why I'm asking about this whole cultural Muslim and a fundamentalist, because there are difference between the two. That clearly there is. We can't be blind to this. There's clearly difference between the two.
Yeah,
So why I'm bringing
attacked by them? You know, can you imagine?
why I'm bringing this up is because, okay, I'm going to give you a scenario. Yeah. So we get one person who believes in protest, everything. He's a liberalist, everything. Yeah. He's in the marches. He's saying from the river to the sea. He's saying all that. Yeah. Let's just say because obviously the UK, they deem that as extreme now. They deem that as anti-Semitism, right? Okay, cool. So you get that guy who's doing that. And then you get a person who is actually a fundamentalist, believes in Tawheed, Rububiyyah, Uluhiyyah, Asma wa Sifat, has knowledge of the deen, understands fiqh al-Taghut, understands all this, yeah? Because remember, one of the conditions Allah sets on you before you even enter to be a believer is you disassociate with Taghut, yeah? To disbelieve in Taghut. So let's say he has that belief, okay? And the police was to arrest both of them. Said, I'm asking you a sincere question, yeah? This is a question now. The police arrest both of them. They arrest the protester and arrest the fundamentalist who doesn't believe in protest but has this belief. Who are they going to keep in?
Say that. Sorry. Say that bit again, because I was writing up a comment, so I wanted to pin it. But say that again. Just the last bit.
So,
yeah, go on.
So look. So you have a fundamentalist Muslim who believes in Tawheed, Rububiyyah, Uluhiyyah, Asma wa Sifat, whatever you know what the actual belief of a Muslim is, right? And then you have a liberalist Muslim who sees this fundamentalist as a bit of an extremist. But the thing with this liberalist Muslim, he loves Palestine. He loves the Muslims in Palestine. He's speaking about it, waves the Palestine flag, goes to protest, everything. Now the police arrest both of them, the fundamentalist for his obviously beliefs, and the liberalist for going to the protest, screaming from the river to the sea. Yeah. Who's gonna get the most trouble out of these two?
The fundamentalists.
Thank you. That's the khalas, case closed. That's the point I've been making throughout this whole thing. So my whole point is when they're saying Islamist, this, that, they're pinning down at us by using the liberalist. They're pinning the fundamentalists down. That's what they're doing. So the minute they get the fundamentalists in a bunch, in prison, they're going to be like, right, now we know the difference between the fundamentalist and the liberalist. We know who's with us and who's not with us.
Yeah, true.
And the fundamentalists are always going to be classed as, oh, these lot are maybe D supporters, A supporters, T supporters. Do you get what I'm trying to say to you? So it's like, so what if we tell you we're not associated with any groups? Yes, it's part of our belief to believe in the concept of Khilafah. We have to believe in it, but we're not associated with no groups. We're free from groups. Then they turn around and say, right, then you're orthodox, you're fundamentalist orthodox. Then they'll throw these words at you and pin you down to being an extremist. The line has to be drawn. You guys have said freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of belief. People are doing it now, and you're not liking it. You're being hypocritical about it, as you just stated earlier, and you presented earlier. That guy was scared to say Islamophobia. So if there is freedom of speech, why couldn't you say the word Islamophobia?
That's what I'm saying.
It's just,
It's because of that horrible woman, man. Imagine her parents coming to the UK, and she was in charge. Someone like her was in charge then. Her string pullers, the puppet masters, who use them because they've figured out, oh, if we can use brown people, because brown people can get away with it, with saying certain words, but wrong. You know what? They're from a total different background. They're from a Hindu background, so it doesn't make.
there's always going to be a hierarchy.
Do you understand?
We know that, don't we? Yeah.
So
like you just said earlier, that you know the pulling strings. The ones that are pulling the strings are the ones that are pulling the strings are the hierarchies. They are, and these are the puppet masters. So the hierarchies are pulling the strings. So I'll give you another example of this. Yeah, it's on my channel. If you go on my channel on ANK Researcher, there's a video on there, and it's to do with Israel. Netanyahu, Benjamin Netanyahu. He speaks to
in the chat, isn't it? Oh, in the chat. So
do you want to review it now? It's like a quick video. It's like a 20-second. You just have to go forward and play the 20-second part of it. Okay. So let me explain it to you first, and then you can play it. So there's a guy called Mendel.
Send the link, because, like I said, I'm figuring this thing out. Yeah, do you understand? You know,
shall I send the link in the chat? Shall I send the link in the chat?
Yeah, send the link in the chat, because I'm still figuring it out.
There's a guy called Mendel Shinison. He's a rabbi. He's from the Kadab tribe of the Jewish community, and in this community is everywhere around the world. Everywhere around the world. They're in London. They're mostly in America, in Bronx, Brooklyn. That's where they started from. And he was a rabbi who these lot really looked up to. Like, they see him like the like scholar of the Mosaic. So he said to Benjamin Netanyahu that, listen, this was over 10 years ago. He said to Benjamin Netanyahu, are you doing enough work for the Messiah to come? Because apparently you're not doing enough work. And Netanyahu's telling him, we're working on it. He goes, because the Messiah's not happy, and you need to speed it up. And he goes, yeah, we're doing exactly what you're saying. I'll show you right now. If you play it and listen, and obviously he's preparing. This rabbi is telling Netanyahu to start preparing for some Messiah, for a Messiah to come. And I'll share the video now to you, and you can play it. We'll review this, and then we'll go off.
Yeah, man, it's 2:26 a.m.
Yeah, let's quickly just review this. Let me just.
I didn't know.
It's quite interesting. It's very quite interesting. This video, honestly, subhanallah, very interesting. Said reacts.
I didn't know, man. This camera is quite good, bro. Like, I'm gonna pay the paid version.
I remember I put this up on TikTok, and everybody was like, subhanallah, this guy is doing all this for the Messiah. I was like, yep, it's true. And whoever's saying that it's not a religious or holy, then why is Netanyahu using biblical verses for this battle? Oh, it was how do I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you on your WhatsApp.
No. Okay, go on then. Let me see if I'll be able to do it then. Okay.
Yeah, I sent it to you on your WhatsApp because I put it in the chat and it won't come through.
Why not?
Because I'm sending it from my other phone. I'm not doing it on this phone.
Okay. There's no it's not even working on my phone, bro. That link.
Yeah, it's come up on yours. It's come up.
Oh, it has. Okay.
Yeah, it's come up. So if you click that, yeah, and I'll tell you to go a bit forward and just play it on the part, because there's nasheeds to it. Just play it on the part where they're talking. I'll tell you where it is. I know the video because I made the video.
So what happened then? Why is it? Why is it gone like that for, bro?
Wait, let me click on that video as well.
Hold on, you know what? 1 second.
This is a really, you know what? Shall we review this video? It's a good video, you know.
Why did we do it? Why don't we do it? Because this is like a 1 hour video. Because why don't we do this reaction video? Like not on this one, like a smaller one. Then, because look, this is a 1 hour 30-minute testing stream we did, yeah.
Yeah, no worries. We can do this. We can do this like tomorrow. We can do this one tomorrow. It's a really good video.
Yeah, now
because there's an Irish guy. There's an Irish guy speaking in it, and he speaks from 2 years ago about Gaza. Brilliant.
Because you know what? Yeah, now what do you call it? I think that's correct, man. This cover. So now what I can do is I know how to go live, like again. You understand?
Yeah.
So basically, I could, you know, because it took time to go live, innit? Because I didn't know how to do it. I forgot. So now
I know. We'll sort that out tomorrow. So we'll get going now. Inshallah. That was a good video, man. The guy found it hard to say Islamophobia. It was funny how they were speaking out of fear. But my conclusion to that is fear. Fear is all I'm censoring is fear. But I don't know whether it's negative or it's positive, but it just seems fake. Like I just feel like they're just exaggerating about the whole issue, just to clamp down on Muslims. That's all.
You broke up there for a second. I think maybe my internet connection. We've got 2 internets now, alhamdulillah. Yeah. So when one breaks, but the one route is in here, and the other one's in another route.
So saying that, I'm gonna get off now, inshallah. And
yeah, same here, man. I'm gonna
sort this out.
And this as well. So
all right, then. Okay then. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I'll speak to you tomorrow, inshallah.
We'll go live tomorrow or something and start doing. Listen, look, I want to do like football shows and reaction to football as well.
I don't do football. You do that. You do the football thing.
Yeah, I've got some people I'm gonna do.
But this kind of stuff I don't mind. Like the politics stuff on Israel, Palestine, Islamophobia, I don't mind.
Yeah, Islamophobia, obviously, I don't mind covering it and do my own podcast and whatnot because I want to start my own podcast and whatnot. Do you understand? Now, I told you.
I make some good videos. I make some good videos as well, on the deen and stuff like, and not on the deen, but on certain issues. So yeah, I can review some videos.
I wanna start getting guests involved and get guests and do a pop-up. How can I get a table in here and set it up here as well? But we've got the car garage. Do you remember the car garage?
Said, I'm gonna get off now, inshallah. Yeah.
All right, no problem, man. No problem.
Okay.
Anyway, see you tomorrow, inshallah. Yeah.
Tomorrow, yeah, inshallah.
Okay then, cool. Assalamu alaikum. Anyway, this was a test stream. I'm gonna paid version so I can do more stuff to it. So let me press escape. So this camera is quite good, man. Like it moves around when I move. Okay. All right. It's good. Okay, cool. No problem. Anyway, and I'm gonna start subscribe, like, share, and all that stuff, good stuff. And I'm gonna start doing more videos and whatnot. Yeah, let's see how it goes from. If I can be consistent enough, this channel is gonna be football, everything, all sorts. This is like my channel, gaming, everything, educational, all sorts. So I've got another channel. It's featured on my channel, but that's a Dawah channel. But anything Dawah related is gonna go on that one. Anyway, Assalamu alaikum and take care, people. So how do I end the stream? End stream there. That height is good. Stop. Yeah, that's the height I want it at. Next time. Got multi-screen as well, so got another screen there.